Nika Egadze, to be honest, I've already forgotten that I won the European Championships. I can't lower the bar. I need to skate even better. 2026 European champion Nika Egadze shared his expectations for the Milan Olympics. There's not much practice ice at the Olympics. Do you have enough time to work? Of course, we have more time to train at the Atari Tutberidze Center. But before the Olympics, I specifically started cutting back on my time to get used to what the games would be like. So I have enough. Did your Russian skaters, your colleagues in Atari Tutberidze's group, support you before the Olympics? Of course, all the guys wished me luck. Thank you so much for their support. I'm friends with everyone, and we try to root for each other. It's really hard without that kind of support. What does Atari Georgievna's presence give you? Atari Georgievna gives me confidence. But most importantly, I feel more comfortable stepping out on the ice with her. How does your recently won European Championship title influence your upcoming Olympic performances? To be honest, I've already forgotten I won anything there. I'm just an ordinary athlete who has to go out there and show what I can do. But, of course, there's pressure. Because I can't lower the bar. I have to skate even better. If nothing was expected of me before, now I have to show a good level. The Georgian team is aiming for a medal in the team tournament. Of course, and we'll fight. We'll do our part. God willing, everything will be fine, Egadze said. Sofia Akatyeva, I dream of returning to the competitive ice at full strength. I really hope and believe that my health problems will be a thing of the past. Sofia Akatyeva, the 2022-23 Russian champion, said she dreams of returning to the competitive ice at full strength. In December, the 18-year-old skater missed the Russian championships in St. Petersburg due to injury. How difficult was that decision? It was a necessary measure. My leg was hurting, and the doctors wouldn't let me compete. I prepared until the very end, hoping that I would be able to go, and that the preparation would go well. Did you watch the tournament itself, or was it difficult? I watched all the events. My interest in figure skating in general is paramount. The Russian Championships are the most beautiful tournament for me. I was rooting for them, missing them, and dreaming of competing. What helped me cope psychologically before the tournament? It's sad to think about it. I withdrew a few days before the start. I was very worried, but my mother, family, and coaches supported me. It was a difficult time, but I need to move on. I'm gradually recovering. I'm very happy to be able to perform and skate for spectators. How did you encourage yourself throughout the season? I really hope and believe that my health problems will be a thing of the past and that I'll be able to train fully, get back in shape, and return to competitions, spectators, and fans. What are your thoughts on your future in figure skating? Now I really want to get back to training fully and performing my programs. I dream of returning to the competitive ice at full strength, said Akatyeva. Sofia Akatyeva spoke about her participation in the show Ice Age. Akatyeva performs with actor Artur Kasparnov. What was the most challenging part of working with a non-professional partner? I'm lucky with my partner. He learns figure skating elements quickly, trains a lot, repeats his programs, and confidently takes on lifts, despite his hockey background. I love our tandem. Artur is teaching me acting, how to convey characters and emotions correctly. How difficult is it to do a lift with a non-professional? I was told that a shoulder lift is the easiest, and I thought I could handle it. We started practicing it in the gym, first without skates, then with skates, then we transferred it to the ice, and then into the program. We have one dangerous lift where I skate right next to his head, and I think I can't see anything. I was always worried about that moment, and in the program you have to do everything quickly. But in the end, everything went well. What makes you happy right now? The opportunity to train, perform, gain new experience on the project, and feel the energy of the audience. For me, Ice Age is a new experience. I'm trying my hand at acting. Would you say Ice Age was an emotional reset? Yes, in my difficult situation, it inspired me. It gives me the opportunity to live the character, let my emotions run wild, and work with different specialists. I'm very grateful for the invitation to the project, Akatyeva said. Calling on you. Hendrickx will change the music for her short program before the Olympics due to copyright issues. Belgian figure skater Hendrickx will change the music for her short program before the 2026 Olympics due to copyright issues. Hendrickx previously skated to Celine Dion's Ashes, but will now skate to I Surrender, also by Dion. According to the skater's coach and brother, Hendrickx, obtaining the rights to use the music during the Games was a lengthy process. There are more commercial interests at the Winter Games than at other competitions. The platform Click and Clear offers a catalog of songs that are readily available and easily licensed. For the song I Surrender, it's available at a limited price of $50 for non-commercial use, such as at sporting events. It's an older hit, so it's more accessible, Hendrickx explained. Hendrickx is 26 years old, a European champion, 2024, and a two-time World Championship medalist, 2022-2023. The Olympics will be held in Milan and Cortina d'Ampezzo from February 6 to 22. Sports psychologist Borzinkova on Bova. I've never met a more ambitious athlete. Excess motivation always breeds the fear of failure. Sports psychologist Borzinkova called Bova the most ambitious athlete. I had the opportunity to work with Sasha Bova. I've never met a more ambitious athlete. Excessive motivation always breeds inflated expectations and a growing fear of failure. This always hinders an athlete, and they need to learn self-control skills that will allow them to manage their emotions. I think Messina and Goliamov are more stable and balanced, while Bova and Kozlovsky are more mentally agile. They simply can't be compared. I'm sure Nastya and Sasha's reaction to their athletic development after their setbacks this season will be different, said Borzinkova. 2022 Olympic silver medalist Alexandra Trusova posted a video of herself performing a quadruple Lutz in training. Trusova last competed in November 2022. She gave birth to a son in August 2025 and announced her return to the sport in January. On January 31st, she competed at the Russian Jumping Championships. Alexandra, as always, I've received a lot of questions from you about motivation, and as always, I don't know how to answer them. I don't think motivation can be magically acquired. It's either there or it's not. My whole life, coaches and parents have told me that training is essential for results. I wanted a specific result, and I went to training because I knew why I was doing it. Now, I've simply gotten used to living this way. I enjoy everything, both the training process itself and the results. That's why I train and don't really think about motivation, Trusova wrote on Telegram. 2016 World Figure Skating Championships bronze medalist Anna Pogorelaya praised the performance of Kamila Valieva and Alexandra Ignatova, Trusova, at the Russian Jumping Championships. Valieva finished 6th, Trusova 9th. Honestly, I watch the jumping competition partly because of them, and I'm so happy they're back. After such a break, it's incredible. Kamila is already in great shape, a beauty, and no worse than before. Sasha was absolutely stunning. Even though she only did a quad in practice, she still showed off some fantastic triple jumps and combinations, Pogorelaya said. Alexander Goliamov, who competes in pairs skating with Anastasia Messina, commented on the return of Kamila Valieva and Alexandra Ignatova, Trusova, to the Russian Jumping Championships. The highlight of the tournament was the performance of the returning Alexandra Trusova and Kamila Valieva. Did you have a chance to talk to them? What impression did they make? Yes, I watched their performances. I can say the girls are in very good shape. If they decide to continue their competitive careers, for example, compete at the Grand Prix events, they'll be very competitive. This is a huge plus for the media profile of our sport. They haven't lost their ability to jump quads and are skating beautifully. From now on, everything depends solely on their personal motivation. For their first competition after a long break, they look very respectable. Don't expect perfect results right away. If you look back at our autumn competitions, we were also far from perfect. Everything is progressing step by step. Didn't it bother you that the focus of the press and public attention was on them? To be honest, I didn't even notice. On Saturday and Sunday, there was a lot of support for them, but when Nastya and I took to the ice, the support was just as strong. So I didn't feel any discomfort, Goliamov said. How important is your rivalry with the Bova-Kozlovsky pair now that you're training in different groups? We've been rivals for years. It's completely normal. There has to be competition in sports, otherwise neither pair will move forward. How each person copes with it psychologically is a personal matter. For me, nothing has changed. We work hard in training, doing our job. The fact that we are constantly pitted against each other is more of a media story for fans and journalists. On the ice, we're athletes first and foremost, Goliamov said.